beauties, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will be showing you this one and telling you a little bit about, well, what I think about it. This look that I have is done with this box and will be at the end of the video. So if you just want to see, well, what is in this and not the look, well, you can just stop when I say I will insert the look or something. If you just want to see the look, I will have a timestamp down below when the look begins, just so you know. The rest of my makeup is all listed down in the description box below. I will also link this chocolate box and yeah, a lot of other goodies. So don't forget to check that one out. This box is the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Heart holiday box. It's one of their holiday boxes. It's huge. I saw it in store. It was on sale for me and I thought I need it. Don't judge. I thought I needed it. And yeah. Anyway, it contains 2 makeup pigment palettes, 1 face palette and a bronzer. It is, as I said, it is huge. It's just a cardboard box. For me, it retailed for €24.99 euros, which is, I think, about $28 to $30, I believe. But normally it retails on the site for 30, well, say 35 euros, which is, I think, around $40 mark. I'm not sure, but you know, just check out the Revolution site because they have sales going on all the time. I have obviously plopped out all the stuff, but when you open it, it looks like this. So here you have all the palettes. It's empty now because I took it out, but that is what it looks like on the inside. Let me show you what you will get. So you get the I Heart Revolution Red Velvet palette, which if you open it looks like this. It's very pretty, but the first thing I thought when I saw this was, oh, it has red shades. It doesn't. This is the first one that I see, which is a hot pink, and I have used that. This one is the second one I see, which is a still pinkish shade, but a little bit more dark. I wish that they had a red, a true red, and a shimmer red instead of a hot pink. I don't get the hot pink. Granted, it's, look, it's a very pretty shade, but not what I would have wanted in this palette and not what I would have expected looking at the outside. So yeah, that for me is a bummer. I want to use this shade in the look today because when I swatched it, I was like, So let me swatch it real quick. This is how it swatches. I was like, oh, if that is, well, any indication of how the shadow will perform, I don't think I'm happy. But as you will see in the look, it performed really nicely. The other one I want to show you is this one, Frosting, which is a white, but it's a duochrome because it has a pink shift. I don't know if it will translate. I have a few of these shades. If you don't, well, you have one in here. You can really nicely play with something like that. If you put it on top of a black base, it turns a bluish purple and all that goodness. So yeah, just play with it. But again, this is the color story of the Red Velvet palette. I like the color story. I just wish it had a red. And if you look at the browns, you actually have 2 browns in here, these. Then this one, well, is also kind of a brown, but turns a little bit more orangey. This one is more of an orangey brown than a brownish orange, if that makes sense. And this one is, well, also not really brown. So yeah, the color Bitter here looks brown, but it's not. It's actually a really dark purple brown, if that makes sense. So that's one eyeshadow palette. And you have how many shades? I never know. I don't know. 25 or something like that. I don't know. The second palette that is in here is the Peanut Buttercup. And this is the inside. And when I saw this, I was like, ah! To be honest, I thought I would like this one more than this one. I was like, ah, this is probably a brown palette with a few oranges, but it is actually the other way around. I freaking love this shade. I have it on my eyes. It's so, so pretty. But the only, well, brown you have here is, well, maybe two, are these. So here you have milk chocolate, which is a grayish based brown. Here peanut butter is a very light, it's not the color of our peanut butter, by the way, because our peanut butter is I don't have that color here. It's more brown. Our peanut butter is more brown than this. But yeah, it has kind of a peanut color. And for the rest, it is, yeah, you have here cocoa is a brownish, dark brown with a golden fleck in it. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that actually this is an orange palette with a few browns. And I was really, really pleasantly surprised. This shade is gorgeous. So yeah, I am actually more excited about this palette than I am about the other palette. But that is the second eyeshadow palette that is in there. Now let's go to the face palette, which looks like this, and it is called Praline. And this is the inside. You will see in my looks, you will see me use this one. This one is very, very pigmented. It is, I need to really go in with a light hand, otherwise it is too dark for me. So if you are deeper than me, this is a very, very nice palette for you. This is the blush, very pretty. If you just press it on, it stays a little bit more matte. If you buff over it, it gets a glow, and I have that here on the other side. This one is a very, very pretty highlight, which you can also use as a blush topper. I have that one on as well, and you will see that in my looks, or in my look at the end of the video, what it looks like. This one for me is too dark. In the summer I could probably use it as a bronzer topper, but this is what it looks like. Let me swatch it. It's very pretty. So if you are deeper skin toned, I think that would be gorgeous as a highlight, or for you as a bronze topper. And this one is just freaking blinding. I have it on as well, and I have buffed it out and plopped that on top of it because it was really blinding. So this is what it looks like, and when I saw it I was like, yeah. But then I put it on, and here it is. And when I swipe over it with my finger, it doesn't really, I don't think you can really see it, but on your face, it's here, it's in my inner corner, it's gorgeous. It's freaking gorgeous. So if you want to blind to the gods, you can with this face palette. So yeah, what I say in my look at the end of the video, that I can easily make a complete look with this palette, face and eyes. So if you want me to do that, let me know. I can, well, I can use this for a complete look. So if you like to travel, you can do everything with this. Last thing that's in here is the Chocolate Heart, which is the highlighter for face and eyes. It is in the color Bronzer, and this is it. It is very, very pretty. It has a sheen which I like. It is a little bit too dark for me though. So here it is. Let me see if I can really build it up. I don't know if you can see it, but if I put it on my face, I have it on now as well, and it is for me too dark now, but for the summertime, when I have my summer color, it is perfect. I have another bronzer, that's this one, that's the Summer of Love bronzer. I will hold them side by side. This is a little bit more cool toned as well, but this one is a lot lighter. So let me see if I can plop them on my finger. So here is the difference. This is the one from the set and this is the one I had. And they are just, I don't know if you can see. Probably not. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. But the Summer of Love bronzer, this one I need to glue it back in. But this one is really good for me now. It is the perfect shade for me in winter time. So this one is perfect in winter time. And this one I will use in summer when I'm a bit darker. It is very, very pretty. And I like a shimmery bronzer. I like that. So that is what is in the box. I have used both, well, I have used everything in the look. I have used both eyeshadow palettes. I will show you which colors I used. So from the Red Velvet palette I used this one, which is called Beetroot, which I don't know if you know what color beetroot is, but it's not this color. Just so you know. Anyway, I also used this color Infuse. I used the color Bitter. That was it from this, oh no, and I used the color Cupcake. This color is not as blinding as I would have liked it. This is more of a satin. Even when I spray the brush, it is not as foiled as I would have liked it. So this is more of a satin finish. It is pretty, but it's more of a satin finish. So from this palette I used Beetroot, Infuse, Bitter and Cupcake. Yes, yes. So that is 4 shades. The shades I used were nice. The Beetroot surprised me. When it swatched so badly, I was like, I hope it performs with a brush on my eye, and it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I just wish there was a red in here instead of, well, this. I wish I had a red and a shimmer red. It is a pretty palette, don't get me wrong, but I wish there was a red in here. Anyway, so nice palette, and the shades I used are very, very good. This one though really grabs my attention, especially this shade. I think it's so freaking gorgeous. Let me swatch it. And the yellow, let me do that on my pinky. Feels really creamy. This is what they look like. Do I have space? Now let me plop it here. So here is the yellow shade, which is nice. And here is that orangey, and I hope you can see it. It is an orangey gold, and if you put it next to the yellow it gets a little bit of a neon vibe, but I have it on my eyes today as well, and when you combine it with more orange it pulls more orange, and you see when you combine it with the yellow it pulls more gold yellow, which is very pretty. And that is actually, it is such a pretty color. Overall, what I used of this palette, I used the color Pieces, which is that orange, and I used the color Delish, which is a dusty, we call it an old pink. I don't know how you call it, but we call it an old pink. Yeah, and I think it's just really pretty. I think this is a very nice fall palette. I haven't really, well, used the rest of the shades, so I cannot speak for the rest of them. First impression, I like the eyeshadow palettes. I like this one better, so the Peanut Butter Cup better than the Red Velvet Cake. And from my understanding is that both these eyeshadow palettes are exclusive to this box. And then we have the face palette. And to be honest, for the face palette alone, I think I would have gotten the box. This is so wow. Just wow. This shade, this is what I pick up with my finger. Let me swatch it here. And this is what it looks like. So you really need to go in with a light hand. The praline, let's do it on the other side. Yes, let's, can I see what I'm doing? Yes, so let's go like this. So here you have the color Apple, which is the blush. This is what it looks like. Bonbon, which is a blush topper or a highlight. Praline or Praline, and Fondant. So here I have them on my finger, and let's see what we can do. Blush, blush topper, bronze. Look! And let me, just for funsies, plop that color. Oh, I have it here. Plop that one here. So, here you have a nice little palette. See? That would be gorgeous on your eyes as well. So for an eyeshadow palette, this would be really, really pretty as well. But it's a face palette. Just for that palette alone, I think the box is worth it. Well, the bronzer is also really good. First impression, do I think it's worth? Well, I paid 25 euros for it, and that is definitely worth it because the eyeshadow palettes retail for 11 euros. So I have then 22 euros. This one will probably be the same, 22. So I am 32, and these retail usually for 6 euros. So I'm 38. So yeah, then it is definitely worth it. Would I pay 35 euros for it? Yeah, I think I would as well. Yeah, I think I would. But I think you should check if you can get it on a sale, because that is always better. But yeah, first impression on this stuff is very, very nice. In a minute I will insert the clip of how I achieved this look. If you do not want to see that and, well, go about your day now, I wish you a great day and thank you for watching. So if you are still here, I'm going to insert the clip of, well, the end of the video, how I achieved this look now for you, so you can see how the colors perform with a brush on my eyeballs. Have fun! So let me get my brushes. I have not done my base, as you can see, probably. I did, however, put some foundation on my eyes and primed my eyes with my Catrice Eye Primer. I haven't set it because I usually don't. Let me grab some brushes real quick. Here it is. So I have my brushes and let's start with... Oh, Infuse is also really pretty, but I'm going to start with that color. And I actually want to pack it on, I think, yeah. So I'm taking this brush, which is an angled one from BH Cosmetics. I am going to start in the color Beetroot, because I want to see what it does. I swatched it and it didn't. Let me swatch it first. I swatched it earlier and it didn't really, I don't know, blow me away. Now I know that finger swatches aren't everything. That is why I want to, wow, use it. I dipped in twice and this is what I get. So yeah, let me zoom you in a little before I forget. Okay, let's go. Let's turn the mirror just a tad. And let's plop it on the eye. Okay. Okay, so it is pretty bright. So it is, when I put it on my eye, I need to bring you up. Wait, let me do this. That's better. When I plop it on my eye, it is kind of true to pan, so that's good. Actually, of course, I don't know why I started there, because I actually want this color more in. So let's bring it all the way. Pretty. Let's do the same on the other eye. Now, because I haven't set my base, the shadow really sticks. If this is too bright for you, you can either, I'm also not tapping off my brush, you can either tap off your brush or set your eyes with, you could use, I don't know, some colors from these palettes. You could use translucent powder, but then just set your base so that the color is a bit less vibrant. I like this. This is actually kind of what I want. So yeah, that is good. Now the only trouble is, because I already plopped this shade down, every shade I will put on top is probably going to be more pigmented. So yeah, that is just what it is. But I actually, what I want now is the color Infuse on the outer half of my eye. So let me swatch it. Oh, it feels really creamy. Let me plop it next to this one. So here is the Infuse. Let me build up Beetroot. I'm just really kind of tapping it on my hand to get it the same amount of pigmentation I have on my eye now. So it is just a bit deeper. And let's see what that will do on top of the Beetroot. A little bit more kick up in the pan than with the color Beetroot. Ah yeah, now I'm just actually intensifying it a bit more. Doesn't matter. I do want to make it a bit darker, so. I should have thought of this before I started. Story of my life. It is a very bright over that pink. Now I'm taking a clean brush and let's see what it does when I blend it out. It's going to take me a little time because, as you can see, the shadow doesn't want to move because it's sticking to the base. So I'm taking a little bit of the color Infuse to blend out the Infuse color. But as you can see, it doesn't retain its vibrancy, and that is because here I put it on top of that, well, bright pink, hot pink. So let's just kind of work this in circles. And maybe I will even use another color to blend it out. But let's do the other side first. I blend out quite nicely. Let me see, I'm cleaning the brush, what this color will do on its own if I need help blending. Which, to be honest, is not not weird again, because my base is sticky. Let's get a tiny bit of Beetroot, just a tiny bit on my brush. Let me get the other palette as well. Oh, that's a pretty color. So what I'm actually going to take is the color Delish. This one from the other palette, which is a very beautiful, yeah, soft, I don't know, dusty pink. Ooh, quite a bit of kick up in the pan with this brush, and I'm just going to plop that on top. And kind of blend the edge with that to get it a bit softer. Very pretty. And I can be messy because I haven't done my foundation. I don't have fallout though, so that is good. They blend nicely into each other. That is also very good. Pretty. Nice. Okay. Let's get the color Bitter, which is this one, when it is I don't know, more of a cool toned, very dark brownish purple on the brush I am using. Quite some kick up in the pan. And let's darken it up a bit. They layer nicely. And I'm just winging it. Plop it here. Am I getting fallout with this shade? No, not really. I'm also not tapping off my brush now because I want to really lay down pigment. And let's do some here as well. And let's change the eye shape just a little. I kind of want to blend out this line. I don't want it as harsh as it is now. So let me take a little bit of the color Infuse, which is that darker hot pink, and kind of run that over like so. Okay, other side. And what I'm actually doing now is taking the color Infuse and kind of rounding out my eye shape, because of course I have thought of what I wanted, and that is sometimes. Anyway, okay, let's get a little bit of beetroot. I cleaned my brush and just go over that edge. Yes. And I want, that is why I'm wiping some stuff away. I want kind of a more rounded shape today. I don't know why. Okay, let's go to the other palette and get a little bit of the color Delish again. And put that over top. Okie dokie. I'm taking a small brush into the color Bitter, which is this one, to really, well, darken up this part here. And this is usually a brush I create fallout with. Okay. I could cut the crease, but I don't want to. Okay, so I'm cleaning that small detail brush. I'm going into the color Cupcake, which is this one. Let's see what it does dry. Okay, let's see what it does wet. Where's my spray? Here. Okay, so it looks like this is a little bit more of a satiny finish. It's not as foiled as I would have liked it to be. I'm actually packing on that color Cupcake. And let's kind of bring it over that brownish shade. To tie it a bit together. Let's do the other eye. So I decided to cut the crease, so I'm just going to do that real quick. So I am not the most proficient one at cutting the crease. I am doing one eye at a time, and because I have hooded eyes, I don't want to bring it up too high, just so. Yes, I do want, however, it to be a bit higher here. Let's get that color Cupcake. I'm using it dry again, because it should stick to my concealer now. And I'm just pressing it on. Let's try it with, just for funsies. Let's see what it does then. That's better. Okay, and now I'll clean up that line a little bit later. For now, let's just see if I can do the other eye. Okay, both eyes are, well, even-ish. Cleaning the brush. And I am going to go into the color Pieces, which is this gorgeous orangey shade. Let's try it dry first. Okay, not too shabby. Let's spray. Ah, that's better. Pretty. Let's go over that edge a bit. Oh, nice. Let's do the same on the other eye. Okay. Now let's see if we can clean that edge up a bit. Okay, I have just cleaned and dried that small detail brush. I'm going back into the color Bitter. And I'm going to clean this up, I hope. Let's get a blending brush. So I have one of these. Because I'm kind of feeling like a clown. I am dipping in the color Bitter. That's the color I'm using now. Because I kind of want this a little lower. It's a bit better. Okay. I'm doing the same thing on the other eye. So first I'm laying down a little bit of that Bitter with this color, and then I'm going to blend it out with that other brush. Like so. What I'm going to do now is the rest of my face. And then I will be back and we can finish off the eyes. Well, the rest of my face up until blush, bronzer and highlight and all that good stuff. So basically I'm just going to plop on my foundation and a little bit of powder. So I added some liner and mascara. The liner is close to my lashes, but I have my favorite falsies again, the London style from Sosu, so I'm going to wear those in a minute. But yeah, I have done the rest. I haven't done a lippy yet, but let's finish the bottom of the eyes. And I am going to start with the color Smooth, I think. So let me get a brush. A pencil brush from BH Cosmetics, and the color Smooth is this one, which is an orangey. And let's plop that underneath first. Now I am tapping off the brush, however. Yes. Okay. Let's get this brush. So I have this brush, which is a flattish, weird thing kind of brush. Let's go a little bit in the color Beetroot, which is that really hot pink, just on the tip. And let's run that underneath as well. I don't like this brush, darn it. Okay, let's get another one. So let's get one of these and the color Beetroot, which is that hot pink. That's better. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's get that detailed brush. Let me clean it. Oh no, I can get the sponge tip for this. You could use a detail brush. I'm going to use a sponge tip. So I'm going to go into the color Pieces, this one, on the sponge tip, just the tip, and I'm going to plop that on top of the lower lash line, on top of the lashes. Yes, I like that. Inner corner highlight. What do I want? I want the color Pieces a little bit more in. Okay, let's get the detailed brush, this one, and a little bit of that color Bitter, which was the darkest shade that we used here on the outside. And here as well. So I'm actually concentrating it here and here. And a little bit here. So I'm actually, what I did on top I do at the bottom. And then I will plop a highlighter there in a minute. Okay, let's get the color Shell, which is this one, which is close to my skin tone. Let's get that on a brush and plop that underneath my brow bone. Yes, I also have, oh, I could have used the color Cashew. That's even lighter. So the color Cashew of the same palette is lighter. I don't want a white there. Yes, okay. So the color Cashew is this one. Okay, so eyes are done for now. So let me clean those up and put them away. Let me get the face palette, which looks like this. And let's see if we can contour with that shade. I don't know, it could be too dark. I don't know yet. Let me get a brush. So I have one of these. I'm going to run it. Oh, I have a lot of kick up in the pan, so I'm really tapping off my brush. And let's see, I usually don't contour, but let's just do that. Wow. So let's do that on the other side as well. I think I have less on this side, but I need it to be even-ish. And let's see if I can blend it out. Well, not with this brush, okay. Let me get another one, let me get you. So let's see if I can blend it out with this. I don't know, is that enough blending? Probably not. It looks like I have sideburns. Let's get a bigger brush. Let's get a fan brush. And let's try the forehead. Okay. And I'm not bald here, by the way. That's gray hair, just so you know. It's my son's fault. It's always his fault. So, well, I usually don't really contour. I do kind of bronze, but I don't really contour. Let's for funsies do the nose. Why do people do this every day? Contour the nose, I mean, so. And let's do this. I think that's better. So, pretty pigmented. Let's get the bronzer, if I know where I left it. Oh, here, in front of me. So let's get the bronzer as well. Pretty dusty. And let's bronze. Oh, I think it's a bit too dark for me now. I think it is, however, very pretty in the summer. Does give a nice sheen to the face, but I just have the feeling that I look ridiculous. I think it's too dark for me now, but it is very, very pretty. So if you are a bit deeper than me, I think you can really use that bronzer. Okay, let's go to blush, which we have in here as well, and that is the color Apple. But if it is as pigmented as that temper, that contour slash bronzer shade, well, we'll see. So I'm tapping it on first and then blend it. Wow, it's pretty, and if you blend it into your skin, you get a nice sheen, so that's good. I'm going to tone it down just a tad. Pretty. Okay, highlighter. Oh, we have a blush topper as well. But you know what? Let's try that as a highlighter first. So let me get my highlighter brush. Let's go into color Bonbon. See what that does. I have one swipe. Nice. Pretty. So let's do the same on the other side, otherwise I have color difference and I don't like that. Oh darn, that was the blush. Usually I take my fan brush and buff over, so I'm going to do that. Wow, very pretty. Nice. But I am also curious to see the color Fondant, which is this one. See how that performs. So again, one swipe. Oh my. Wow. Okay then. I will buff it in a minute. Do you see that? Wow. So I'm going to place it first. Then I'm going to buff it in again with my fan brush. Wow. We have one color left, that's the color Praline, but I'm almost scared. That's this one. Let's do it with the fan brush. So, I'll swipe. I'm going to tap off, because this is not a highlight for me, but more of a blush, no, bronzer topper. Wow, it's difficult to talk today. Wow. It's way too dark for me. And I think I'm looking ridiculous. But it is, I'm going to take it away. Wow. Wow. Anyway, I am going to plop on my falsies. I'm going to do a lippy and then I will be right back. And yeah, that will be the look. So hold on. I'll be right back. So here is the finished look. I did, however, add a few things because I saw that I forgot to do an inner corner highlight. I used the color Fondant in my inner corner here. I plopped a tiny bit here and a little bit there. The lashes I have are the Sosu lashes in style London, and I'm so glad that I have them again. And the lippy is from Essence. Where did I put it? Here. It's one of their Color Boost Vinylicious liquid lipsticks in the color Pink Interest. And yeah. This is how the look turned out. I think it's really, really pretty. So this was the video. Let me know down below what you think about the products, what you think of the look, and yeah, don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button and the bell. And then I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye guys.